Hola, amigos! It's time to bring the noise here on this Week 8 NFL AMA. Brad the Big Noise Evans with you. I'm going to be answering all of your various fantasy football conundrums, and maybe got some sports betting needs that need to be addressed as well. Maybe just want to share a hot take about how ugly and punchable this face is, or maybe you got a parlay you want to share with the entire Bring the Noise audience. Well, you can get a hold of me 3 different ways. You see it there at the bottom of your screen. Submit your questions via Facebook on the at Yahoo Noise account, on Twitch at Big Noise 78, or on YouTube in the Fade the Noise channel there. We're going to have a brand new Fade 5 podcast of my main flame, Nathaniel Lundy, tomorrow. I usually post like late a.m. on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, sometimes in the afternoon. So keep your eyes on the lookout for the brand new Fade 5 podcast. Gonna have all of our wagers on the Monday Night Football matchup between the Giants and the Steelers on tomorrow's episode. We're going to work in some more baseball bets. Lundy's always dropping the puck and making some bucks in hockey. Hell, you never know what may happen. Maybe I'll even fire off on an NBA wager or two. Again, bring the noise. Whatever is on your mind, fantasy football wise, sports betting wise, those 3 different ways to get a hold of me here on this broadcast for about the next half hour or so. I go as long as the questions keep coming in. Also, a friendly reminder, I'm going to be jumping on with my buddy Claudia Bellafato on the Bleacher Report AMA that is only on the BR app. So make sure you have that bad boy downloaded on your phone. We're going to have booms. We're going to have busts. We're going to have bank selections in every single matchup here on the remaining Week 8 NFL slate. We're going to be answering your fantasy football questions as well. So check that out only on the Bleacher Report app. Make sure you download it, and you will get the opinions from the lovely Claudia Bellafato and yours truly. And one last little bit of business. Go to thegamingjuice.com right now and sign up for a free account. That's where you're hopefully streaming this broadcast right now. All of my fantasy football ranks are there. I'm updating them throughout the entire week. All of my pieces of fantasy football content live there. The Fantasy Flames very much alive and well. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receiver, tight ends, cranking those out every single week. I got my top props that I'm writing. Ben Wittenstein, Nate Jacobson contributing some awesome pieces in college football. Nathaniel Lundy is always free and transparent spreadsheet on the NHL is there, along with my spreadsheet picks as well. Brandon Velasquez chipping in on the ice with his various thoughts in the NHL every single week. Go to thegamingjuice.com right now and sign up for a account. It's free. I don't charge you a single dime. I haven't made any money off this site yet, so hopefully, fingers toes crossed, for the sake of putting food on the table, that day is going to be coming. But just go. Please go and sign up. Help you, or help me help you, or you helping me by signing up for a free account there. All right, let's go to abbreviated Fade 5 countdown right now. 3 bets I absolutely love today. Give me Nimmo Trace, Cade Otton, 50 or more receiving yards at a plus 115 juice, taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Now, only one tight end has done this against the ATL this season. That was Noah Fant, going for 50 plus. But Atlanta's still number 24 in pass EPA defense. You look at Otton. He should be the main man. Again, no Chris Godwin due to the ankle injury. Mike Evans out with a hamstring pull. So Otton should get maybe as many as like 8, 9 targets in this game. He's been over this prop in 2 last 4. He's running around 87% of the snaps played. That's number 1 among all tight ends in the NFL. Over 31 routes run per game. He's averaging close to 6 targets per game. He's top 10 in yak, top 5 in deep ball targets. And again, given the friendly matchup, I think he cracks the half-century mark. Nimmerdos here, the abbreviated Fade 5 countdown. Give me Joe Mixon, 90 or more rush yards against the Indianapolis Colts at a plus 150 juice. Yeah, rolling the shoulders, getting seduced by that juice in the alt market there. I pulled this one from DraftKings a couple of days ago. Mixon's hit the over on this in 3 of the 4 games that he's played this season. I think he's downright must-start material in fantasy football. Got him ranked as an RB1 in 12-team formats. Appreciable 3.10 yards as a contact per attempt as he has tallied this season. 9 missed tackles as well. A guy that's number 11 in yards per touch at 5.6. He's getting close to 74% of the opportunity share, and it's the Colts. They're middle of the pack, number 18 in rush EPA defense. They've allowed the 3rd most rush yards of any defense to opposing running backs. Giving up 125.1, 4.42 yards per carry. Four RBs have gone for 90 against them, make it 5. I think Mixon is fixing to do some damage there. And numero uno here, and I got a typo, and I am fixing it here on the fly in real time on the abbreviated Fade 5 countdown. Take a bow with Brock Bowers. I love the over on 58.5 receiving yards against the Kansas City Chiefs at a -114 juice available there at FanDuel Sportsbook. Bowers is going to be the man-eater in terms of the target share in this offense today. He's getting 8.6 targets per game. A guy that's number 2 in total air yards among tight ends, number 5 in yards per route run, number 2 in explosive rating at the position. He has done this in 3 straight games. You look at Kansas City, tight ends are performing 64.3% above the league average against this defense because the cornerback play is so strong, middle of the field generally wide open. That is an area where usually Bowers beasts. Kansas City has allowed the 2nd most yards, 7.2 receptions, 83.5 yards per game to the tight end position. 3 plus-size targets have done this season. I think Bowers, honestly, you may crack 70 in the end, especially if the Raiders are playing catch-up, which seems likely the case against the unblemished Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, there are 3 different ways you can get a hold of me on this AMA. See them there at the bottom of your screen. Submit your questions via Facebook at Yahoo Noise, on Twitch at Big Noise 78, or on the YouTube channel Fade the Noise. And we got a ton of comments and questions already rocking and rolling here on this broadcast. Let's attack them head on right now. Headliner CV, first question out of the gate here. Sam Laporta or Taysom Hill? It's not Taysom Hill. Look, New Orleans is a mess. Spencer Rattler, no bueno. Probably good for an INT, maybe a couple today. I do like Rattler, of course, on the over on rush yards, but Taysom Hill may get you like 5 to 7 carries. Maybe he'll catch like a pass. I love Sam Laporta today. I think this is going to be a great reawakening for him. Why? Well, you look at the matchup, taking on the Tennessee Titans. It's decent on paper. And, Titans only giving up 29.5 yards per game of the tight end position, but they're number 20 in pass EPA-D. And you look at Laporta, the secondary analytics are terrific. He's number 7 in YAC at the position, numero uno in yards per target, numero uno in yards per catch. And I did bet on him on the over receiving yards at 36.5. Maybe I'm cursing him. Hopefully not. But I do like Laporta a heck of a lot more than Taysom Hill today. John says, hola, amigo. Hola to you. And a PPR, Otten or Ferguson. Otten is my guy. I am all in. Somebody's got to pick up the enormous slack with the absent Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. And in a flex, Chase Maple Syrup, getting down with Chase Brown right there. Or McMillan or Otten Ferguson. I still go Chase Brown. McMillan is interesting, but use some of the thresholds the sportsbooks have set as a guide. McMillan, the over-under on his yardage is only in the mid-30s right now, the various books that are out there. Chase Brown, meanwhile, the over-under is in the low 50s in rush yards. So, probably catch a couple of passes, good shot to find the end zone every single time he takes the field here of late based on his usage near the goal line. So, for me, I'm going to go Cade Otton, and I'm going to get down with some Chase Brown, although the ILL, man, they got smashed. Way to go, Oregon Ducks. It hurt. Shane says, hey, Brad, would you start Caleb Williams or Geno Smith? Thanks. You might have some intermittent showers in the Great Northwest today. Could come down heavier at times, but it's going to be sporadic in nature. It doesn't matter, honestly. I'm still going to go with Caleb Williams. Truth be told, if you always, check it out, the always free, always transparent, always public spreadsheet. I have Caleb Williams on the over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Commanders number 27 in the NFL in pass EPA defense. Maximize the matchup, buddy. Go with Caleb Williams. I think it's going to be another multi-TD game coming off of the 1 week siesta. Hockey Nut there on Twitch says, hola, amigo. If Higgins is out and he's trending in the right direction based on what I read this morning, who would you start? Rub-a-dub-dub, the Chubb Club, or Wan'Dale Robinson? Now, Wan'Dale probably going to catch 5 balls, but it might be like for 40, 45 yards. Is it going to find the end zone? I think that's a bit of a long shot. Not so much with Chubb. I know Chubb going against the Ravens, the strength of the Ravens clearly in the trenches, but I think Jameis Winston is going to be able to move the ball somewhat uninhibitedly, via the air. So that could set up some goal-to-go opportunities for Chubb. He could splash it in. So if Higgins is in, I play him. But if he is out of the lineup and inactive, I lean on the Chubb Club. Get that bottle service behind the velvet rope, baby. Johnny says PPR and Joku. Rah, 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 rah. I'm assuming that's Amon-Ra, or is it Ramondre? There's a couple of rah, rah, rahs out there. Or Marvin Harrison Jr. in the flex. I like Njoku the best out of all those options. Phil says, oh, let me go to you. Burrow or Murray, and Houston or Buffalo defense. I'll take the Texans D first and foremost, and then I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. I know that, Kyler Murray is always a threat to break off like a 50-yard run for a score on the ground, but are you really going to be banking on that? I'm not. He could clean up possibly in garbage time. I think Miami's going to be in control of this game for most of the 4-quarter action, but Burrow, much safer and higher floor. I think it's another 2 to 3 touchdowns. He may flip with 300 yards today. So give me Joe. Cool. Grant Sample says, oh, Labrado, will I do? I need a wide receiver and a flex and a PPR. Keenan Allen, Jalen McMillan, D-Hop, Javonte in. Brian Robinson out. Javonte must start material in my mind. I think it's a great shot for him to come close to duplicating what he did last week against New Orleans. And that was like 88 yards on the ground, a pair of touchdowns. It's Carolina. I think the Panthers are already down like 24-0 in that game, and it hasn't even kicked off yet. So give me Javonte in the flex and the wide receiver. I'll go with Keenan Allen, slight lean there over the other two guys. Dave says, pick 3, Garrett Wilson, Malik Neighbors, Terry McLaurin, or Brian Thomas. Also, Gene Daniels or Bo Nix. Honestly, I go Bo Nix over Daniels. I don't trust that Daniels and we're close to 100%. He's going to try to get this thing out because it's a big game, not only for playoff positioning against my Chicago Bears, but also for vying for Rookie of the Year honors, right? If Caleb Williams comes in and has a whale of a game and the Bears end up winning, I think you're going to see the script flip. Right now, Daniels minus 140 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Caleb Williams at plus 105. I think it'll be just the opposite if the Bears end up winning this game and Williams balls out, which is a distinct possibility. And I'm going to sit Torrey McLaurin there as a result. I mean, he's going to get a lot of Jalen Johnson in coverage, and that guy has been suffocating, a lockdown DB to say the least. So give me Wilson, give me Neighbors, and give me Brian Thomas Jr. TB12, BB6, hola, Brad, 2 league, a PPR. Needs a wide receiver out of Neighbors and Thomas. I'm going to go with Thomas, slight lane over Malik Neighbors, and then a flex between Watson, Tillman, or Bateman. And Cedric Tillman, a lot of people are, seems to be getting some momentum right now in fantasy expert conversations. I don't necessarily trust him. I'm going to go with Rashad Bateman. Guy is always a big play threat, could take it to the house. Johnny Ray Daly says, Dobbs or Tank? Dobbs for me. Wrote about it on thegamejuice.com. He's my fantasy flame at wide receiver this week. Tommy says, PPR, if Higgins is out, do I go Ricky Pearsall, Pop, Wicks, Watson, or Tillman? No on Tillman, no on Watson. Wicks is interesting. Douglas, no, because I don't, it's really TD or bust, and Pearsall is a complete wild card. So I'm going to take Dontavian Wicks by process of elimination there. Grant Sambo says Tua, Gino, or Mahomes. Tua for me. Got it firmly ranked as a QB1 this week. GFGF, PPR, Dobbins, or Hunt. Oh, man. That's what I call a lucky 7 situation. I don't think you can really lose to either of those guys. I think Hunt's got to score maybe twice today. I'm going to give him a slight lean over J.K. Dobbins, so I think the number is going to be comparable in the end. Tight end Andrews or Ferguson. Thank you, brother. Well, brother. I'm going to go with Mark Andrews there. Continue to ride the hot hand. Tommy says one more. Stevenson or Kirk. Give me Kirk. Brian says, hola, Senor Daniels. If he starts or Caleb Williams, I have Caleb Williams ranked, I think, a spot or two higher right now at the gamingjuice.com. So I'm going to stick with my rankings. And PPR, McMillan, Madison, or Douglas with a flex. I'll go with McMillan there. Slight edge over Alexander Madison. Holy mother of God, this is a long question. Mark says, hola. All right, another one for my wide receiver 2 standard league this week. Shakir, Keenan Allen, Ridley, or Wandale. Would you drop Wandale or Ridley to pick up Shepard or Trey? No, I'm not going to do that. You got really wordy here. Honestly, my wide receiver 2 in a standard league, touchdowns, everything, it's simple. It's Keenan Allen. Grant Sambel says Kincaid or Hunter in a PPR. Not going to go Hunter in here. Give me Dalton Kincaid. Bill says, good morning, Brad. Hola. PPR star Jake Ferguson or Cade Otton? Cade Otton for me. Ryan says, hola, amigo. Hola. PPR, Zach Ertz, Taysom Hill, or Jonnu Smith. I kind of like Jonnu. Dave, another question. Javonte or Terry McLaurin? Play Javonte Williams, you jackals. There you go. Pretty emphatic, but that's how confident I am in the guy. Jerry says, morning, Brad. Morning to you. PPR need one wide receiver and one flex. Cooper, Kelsey, Connor, Marvin Harrison, Tyler Lockett. Lockett's out. I know there's going to be no DK Metcalf, but I think it's going to be more of a JSN game. Maybe Noah Fant could do some damage. Give me Amari Cooper. They're the member of the Buffalo Bills as my wide receiver. And then my flex, the Terminator, James Conner. Bucky or Tracy? I guess Bucky. Turf toe's nasty, though. Joe says, need 2 in a PPR like Ingram in my lineup automatically, and I'll take Chuba for the other one there, Joe. Nerd cost. Nerd. Jalen Waddle or Khalil Shakir. Not remotely close. 2 is back, baby. You played Jalen Waddle. Have Josh Allen, so that's why I'm debating the handcuff. No. Listen, folks, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm all about stacking. Stacking is such a smart and savvy move. Maybe in DFS it could be, but if you're in a standard fantasy league, you're trying to maximize production in every single position. Sometimes a stack applies, sometimes it does not. So I'm going to go with Waddle there. Don't worry about stacking. In a PBR Superflex, so you start Anthony Richardson, Pearsall, Tillman, or Cade Otton. Oh, God. In a Superflex, I think I have to start Anthony Richardson. It's really close between him and Cade Otton. Anthony Richardson, you just hope he can make a play with his legs and find the end zone. Steve says, hola, senor. McMillan or Turpin? Oh, come on. It's not Turpin. It's McMillan all day. We're getting too fancy with it. J-Rad says, I coach high school football. Yeah, thank you. Awesome. And I wish college would do the mercy rule that high school has. It's when a team is up by 35 points in the second half, the clock keeps running. Yeah, we have that here in the great state of Illinois. That mercy rule applies at a local high school my son goes to. That sucker just, it goes really, really quick. I think it's outstanding stuff. I don't know if it's 35 or more points. I might set it like 40 or more. But yeah, I think college should institute the same. They never will. Hi from Andrew. Standard League, need one. Garrett Wilson or Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going to go with Brian Thomas in a standard. I think he's got more upside to find the end zone. Also, a half-point PPR, need one. Out of Nick Chubb, Cortland Sutton or Jalen McMillan. Sutton, he had a donut last week. Probably going to get fed, but he's going to have to get his points accumulated early on in the game because I think it's going to get out of hand the second half. McMillan's a wild card. I'm going to go with Rub-a-dub-dub, Nick Chubb. He says, go Bills. Yeah, we'll see what they do. Daddy want, Daddy need, Daddy gotta have it. Yeah! Danny with the usual call there of the sledgehammer here in every broadcast. And he follows up with a question. PPR flex, James Conner, Kareem Hunt. I think it's 100 combined yards and a score for him today. He is 100% my play. Good luck to you there, Danny. Bill says, do you think Jaden Daniels plays today? Yes, I do believe he does play today. If you do you start him? Well, it depends upon what the other options are. If I got Tua Tagovailoa, for example, I would rather have Tua over Jaden Daniels. I mean, the Bears defense is legit, folks. They're top 5 in EPA per play D for a reason. And let's say he, runs and absorbs a shot right in the ribs. Is he gone? Does he sit the rest of the game because he's out due to injury? Those are the downsides there. So it's all about whether or not you have a viable crutch to lean on. Jim says Daniels, Murray, or Goff. For example, Murray and Goff, viable crutches to lean on. And the crutch I would lean on here, Kyler Murray. There you go. Jim also says Bears or Chargers. D. Bear down, Chicago Bears. No, I'm actually going with the Chargers. Saints are terrible. Dave says standard pick 2, Najee Harris, mandatory Montgomery, Rashad White. It's not Rashad White, it's Harris and mandatory Montgomery, please and thank you. Jeremy says tequila triple shot anytime parlay. Yeah, on the touchdown market. Tyreek the Freak, love it. Juggernaut Javante, doubly love it. And of course, mandatory Montgomery, you jackals. I have a similar one. I think I went Tyreek, Javante, and Derrick Henry. And I got that like north of 3-1 odds built there at BetMGM. Great call there, Jeremy. Good luck to you. Brad says Waddle or Thomas Jr. in a full point PPR. Give me Brian Thomas, please. Always close. Ryan says PPR flex, Cooper, Harrison, or mandatory Montgomery. Yeah, jackals. I'll go mandatory Montgomery just with the sheer fact that touchdown upside is far higher. Aubrey says, hola, Brad. Oh, hola, Aubrey. Flex Mason or Jacobs. I'm going to go Jordan Mason. Again, no Christian McCaffrey. Given all the injuries in the wide receiver core, though, sounds like Deebo Samuel's going to play. George Kittle's going to play. That's great news. No Jawan Jennings, though, for the goal painters in this game. Mason's got to get 20 carries. Dallas has been inept defending the run. I like Mason quite a bit, actually. Dak or Tua, and give me Tua over Dak. Jesse says, hola, Brad. Hola, Jesse. PPR, Jacoby Myers or Mostert. Give me Raheem Mostert. Far greater chance of him finding the end zone. Myers may get you like 4 catches, 5 at most. Different league, Michael Wilson or Cedric Tillman. Now, in this instance, I would go Cedric Tillman. Mark says Murray or Russ. I'm going to go with Murray. Kirk says Caleb or CJ. Ooh, so close there. I think I have Stroud like literally a spot higher. So you can flip a coin. I love both these guys this week, but I have Stroud just barely above Caleb Williams. I don't like Richardson or Daniels. I'd rather take my chances on Jane Daniels. And ILL, we got basketball tipping off here in 38 minutes on the SEC Network exhibition action, Illinois, Mississippi. Nobody cares except for me and like the smattering of Illinois fans that tune in. Man, I love college basketball season right around the corner. Gonna lose so much money. Nerdcost, Grant Sambo, do you want to hand over the password? Just kidding. Good luck today, bro. Hey, I like it. I like the banter there. Tosh says Tua or golf. I'll take Tua. Also, Dell or flowers. Give me the flowers, please. A bouquet of roses, por favor. Brian says Demario Douglas or Christian Watson the flex. I'll take Watson. Clint says, hola, senor. Hola, Clint. Have some sad waiver wire stacked teams. Hey, we're all there at this juncture in the season. Would you sub out Rico Dotto, Rico Arena, Suave or Dotto, and or Dobbs today for any of the following? Jabronis in the flex. Demario, Komet. Komet's interesting. Braylon Allen, Vidal, I would definitely probably, I would go Cole Komet for Rico Dowdle. Barely. And then I'm going to keep Dobbs in there. Again, I wrote about him on the gamingjuice.com, my fantasy flames at the wide receiver position. Robert says, hola, amiga. Hola to you, Robert. Pick 2 in a full point PPR. Wandale, Tillman, or McMillan. McMillan is in. And then this is a floor ceiling conversation. I'm going to go with the floor of Wandale Robinson. Clint's got another question. He says, hola, senor. Again, hola to you. I have heard so good. And Brown on my team. I also picked up 2. Would you try and trade for Tyreek by shopping around Hurts / Brown or keep him? Keep him. That's not much of an upgrade. Why would you trade Hurts and Brown together in a package for Tyreek Hill? A.J. Brown and Tyreek Hill are on a similar plane. Hell, A.J. Brown may outperform him rest of the season. Dave says, defensive question. Jets or Bears? Leaning towards bear down, and I would keep leaning toward bear down. Johnny says, Laporta, McLaurin, Kraft, Kirk, need 2. I'm going to go with Sam Laporta, and I'm going to go with Tucker Kraft, 2 tight end formation. Hey, it's National Tight Ends Day. Why the hell not? You're on fire, amigo. Not really. Did you see my college football picks yesterday? I think I won 2 out of like 10 games. It was awful. I took a bath. I'm already down on Thursday Night Football, like 3 units as well. Missed a couple of really lucrative parlays by just like 2 or 3 yards, but Tim's the breaks and gambling. We're firing off 4 more takes today, and hopefully we're going to ride that heater. Yeah, hope it's going to burn brightly. Mooney or D-Hop? Give me Mooney, please there, Ian. And he says, out of context, that point PPR doesn't change my opinion. Uno más, senor, from Clint. For the rest of the season, what are your prognostications for Drake, Nix, or Winston as fantasy quarterbacks 9 through 15? I have no idea what the schedule is. I don't have it memorized. That's a really hard thing to answer on the fly, just based on gut reaction. I'm probably ranking May, Winston, and Nix in that order, but I have no idea what the schedule is. Sorry, man. I don't have it memorized. Bill says Jaden Daniels, Anthony Richardson, or Danny Dimes. Thanks, sir. I will go with Daniels. I know there's a considerable downside there, but I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. Kimberly says PPR today. Tony Pollard or Najee Harris. Give me Najee, por favor. And she also asked Schubert Bigsby. Tank, baby. Tank Bigsby. I'm all in. Look, Travis Etienne is a stretch to play. I think Tank Bigsby is going to have himself a game. I wager on the over on rush yards. I wager on him in the anytime touchdown market at plus 110 as well. It's the Patriots last week. This week he gets Green Bay. He's giving up 4.60 yards per carry to running backs. I think he's going to have a nice game. I would be shocked if the Jags pull off the stunner today as well. Jesse says, hola again. Hola to you. I need a quarterback, Gene Daniels or Baker Mayfield. Baker barely. Colin says, I. Hey, we got 2 losses, but we've lost to 2 top 3 teams. So, Illinois football is back, and basketball is going to be in my tube today. It doesn't count the game, but I don't care. I love basketball. I can't wait to see exhibition today against Ole Miss, and I'm with you there. PPR, pick 1, Kirk, DeMario, or Khalil Shakur. Give me Christian Kirk. Enjoy the game. Mark says, just pick Bateman off waivers, play him over Keenan. Nope. I go Ken Allen. Joe says, PPR need 2, Kareem Hunt in my lineup. DJ Moore, Javonte Williams in my lineup. Williams and Hunter in my lineup. I mean, Dobbins, this is embarrassment of riches, honestly. All these guys could go absolutely off today, but Hunt and Williams are my top 2. Dobbins a very close third. Debo, Olave, and a PPR from Kirk. I'm going to go with Debo. Hey, Nerd Cost. You got a laughing emoji there from Grant Sambo. Obviously, you guys know each other. Dave, I think with his 7th question of the show, Bowers or Lockett, dude, it's not close. If you listen to the abbreviated Fade 5 at the beginning of the program, I was all about Brock Bowers. I'm not budging. Evan says, who you starting for Higgins, Keenan Allen, or Jared Judy or Ridley? Keenan Allen for me. Hey, by the way, my name is Brad Evans, and I am here serving you, the members of the Bring the Noise audience. There are 3 different ways to get a hold of this program with your various fantasy football questions, sports betting, hot takes as well. You see there at the bottom of your screen, via Facebook at Yahoo Noise, on Twitch at Big Noise 78, or YouTube and the Fade the Noise channel. I have a radio show as well that we stream on the Gaming Juice. It's called BetMGM Tonight. I do it with Ryan Horvat. I got an awesome crew. We're on Odyssey stations from coast to coast. We're on every single night from 7-11 p.m. Eastern time, and it's a hybrid show I created, for crying out loud. It's all about fantasy and betting as well. Mishmash of just gaming awesomeness that Horvat and I cover. Horvat's killing it right now with some of his picks. Your boy, not so much. Hashtag Fade the Noise. But tune in to BetMGM Tonight, weeknights, 7-11 p.m. Eastern, on the Gaming Juice or Odyssey and your local radio station. And chances are you have a local Odyssey station in your neck of the woods. All right, let's get back to some of your questions here on this AMA. And again, they're really coming in pretty heavily. The only Sutton, Flowers, or Dobbs and at point PPR. Again, I'm going to stick with my gut. And my gut is a Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Chances are that Romeo is in the red zone. And I think he's going to find the end zone today. So give me Romeo Dobbs over Zay Flowers. Eduardo says, full point PPR, Travis Kelce or Kyle Pitts. Oh, super close. I'll give it to Kelce. I mean, the history that Mahomes has is blood-stirring against the Las Vegas Raiders. So I know it's been a down year for him, but this seems like a snap out of the funk kind of game, which means somebody's got to benefit through the air. I think it's going to be a whole lot of D-Hop. I think it's going to be more Travis Kelce as a result. Should I drop Charbonnet all day for Christian Watson or Mario Douglas in a PPR? The only way I would entertain it now, if you have Kenneth Walker the third on your roster, don't do it. Obviously, you want to hold on to that handcuff. But if you're deep at running back and need wide receiver help, Charbonnet for Watson, doable move. He even says, we PPR play alerts, Michael Wilson, Wicks, Jalen Warren, or Trey Palmer. This is my kind of question because I play in very challenging leagues. I like Wicks out of that quattro that you listed there. Jess says Waddle or Pickens in a standard and go Illinois. ILL. Oh, no, that's IU. Oh, no, that's the U of I. Indiana. Indiana undefeated. I can't believe it. I put the banner up here for a reason. Look, I despise Indiana for basketball reasons, but for football, they've been the doormats forever. They're 8-0. They're a team that's probably going to make the college football playoff. It's bananas. The Hoosiers. John Mellencamp. Little pink houses for you, man. Unbelievable. So I'm going to go with Pickens. I think he's got a monster game tomorrow night. Jesse says, Ola Brad again, a non-PPR. Yes, I hate this format. Yeah. I encourage your league mates to, evolve. They got to play some form PPR. Tyler Lockett, Jacoby Myers, or Juan Dale Robinson. I'm going to go with Juan Dale Robinson out of that thrice. Key says Judy or Lockett, 1 point PPR. Give me Jerry Judy. Tyler says Ferguson or Otten. It's on for me. Love or Hurts, Jordan Love for me. I think it's going to be 3 touchdowns and maybe 300 yards for him today. Frank says CJ or Dak. I have Stroud about 4 or 5 spots higher than Dak Prescott this week. All right, I'm out of breath, and I am out of time as well here on this Bring the Noise AMA. Don't forget, make sure the Bleacher Report app on your device. Download that sucker now, and you can watch the Bleacher Report show with myself and Claudia Bellafata. We're on for an entire hour, starting at the top of the hour on that app, answering a question and rolling through booms, busts, and bank picks for every remaining NFL game. Also, sign up for a free account right now, you jackwagons, at thegamingjuice.com. All my content living there. And also listen and call in to BetMGM tonight, 833-732-3875, 833-732-3875, 7:11 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday across Odyssey stations and streaming on my site at thegamingjuice.com. Good luck in your fantasy endeavors. Good luck and make it some bank and steal it away from the books. Until next time, adios, amigos. Happy Halloween.